Okay. Let's see. First, a word about the half-day retreat with Don Coleman. That is full. So the capacity of the center is 40. And so we passed that. We do have a waiting list. Um, so yeah. So tonight we're going to focus on a couple of things. One is one of the basic tenets of Qigong, which is balancing yin and yang, which is it covers like everything. uh, but just as an example, yin and yang is in breath and out breath. Okay, so that's uh, yin, in breath is yin, out breath is yang. So balancing yin and yang, um, moving and stillness be yin and yang, up and down, all these different things. But we're going to particularly focus on balancing yin and yang regarding the breath. And then the other thing is I've actually been talking with my teacher, Ken Cohen, and he really emphasizes standing meditation. And I don't want to be a drill sergeant, or I don't want to push anybody to stand for longer than they want to, but we're going to be doing a little bit of standing meditation because I really agree with him. It's actually considered the basic meditation posture in the Taoist or the Qigong tradition, standing, as opposed to in the Buddhist tradition, it's sitting. So that there's kind of a basic, people think, oh, standing meditation, that's very odd. But in fact, it's the sort of the go-to practice. And the reason is because you have to be very much in the body in order to stand and maintain posture, particularly if you have your arms out or up in some way. But even if you don't, it takes more energy to stand than it does to sit in a particular posture. And that actually accelerates the emptying of the mind because the body is more present. So without further ado, let's begin. So it's recommended that before doing a period of standing meditation, whether it's 5 minutes or 20 minutes or half an hour, whatever it might be, it's recommended to loosen up first. And then at the end of the standing meditation, it's natural to go into a sitting posture and continue your regular sitting practice if you have one. So just loosening up, and that means sort of the hips and the knees, shoulders, neck, and so on. Okay, so let's just stretch out the neck and head. And when we get into if you get into standing postures with the arms out at the belly or out at the chest or up at the upper dantian, the tightness is in the shoulders, or this part of the upper arm, I guess, is really. So rolling the shoulders of course, is really, really good to release the tension there. And then for holding the arms, we want to do this kind of thing, which also is opening the chest and the back and moving the shoulders, but it's also moving the arms. Well, this is one we don't usually do too much, but uh, it's really good for any of the arm postures where we tend to get tight up in the shoulder. And then as a Qigong practice, we just do this with the breath, and then sinking and rising. Okay, very good. And then and it's a good idea to kind of hyperextend, so really try to touch your shoulder blades together. Okay, and then rocking the pelvis. Okay. And circling the hips. And you want to go um, both directions. And then you can slowly reduce this movement, sort of just circling till it gets into stillness. And then that naturally drops the attention down. So then we can go into our balancing. Okay. All right, very good. And then trembling mountain. If you just need to do an abbreviated um, body, stretch, loosening up, this would be it. You just let go of all the joints. Okay, let's just reduce. Okay. Now, standing position one is the position that the body will naturally take um, when we're standing in alignment and when we're relaxed. The other positions we assume, this is not a position the body naturally takes, or this, uh, but or even this, but this is. And if your body doesn't just naturally go into this position, then you want to sort of put it there. But there'll be a natural flex at the elbow, so the arm won't be straight. It'll be like that. It's like if you're sleeping or something, there'll be a little flex. Okay. And then we can turn the hands, but this is a bit of a stretch, and so is this. So the hands just naturally do this, and there develops a little bit of a space under the arms. So it's one thing to assume this posture, and that's good. It's another thing when it just arises. Okay? And it will, if you stand in alignment and you're relaxed. It may take a few minutes, but you'll actually feel it. You'll feel the body make the adjustments without you willing it to. It'll just adjust. Okay. So starting at the bottoms of the feet, just check to see if your weight is a little bit too much on the inside of the feet. And if it is, then move the feet together a little more. If it's a little too much on the outside, then open your stance a little. And you can just pendulate the body a little tiny bit front to back and feel that and be in the middle there. The knees are what they call soft. So they're not actually bent. I mean, they can be. You can sort of sit down and do this. That's okay. But they're not locked. They're just soft. And there's just a little bit of a crease here, as if you're thinking about sitting down. And the belly is very, very soft. And as Todd brought up last time, the reason it can be soft is because the spine and the body are aligned. So that allows it to soften. It doesn't have to be flexed to keep us up. Okay. Now, the natural tendency is for us is to kind of slump and lean forward a little bit. So understanding that, we just want to pull the shoulders back just a little bit. Just feel how that is. That should open up the chest a little. And again, it's natural to the upright posture. And if you're going to stand for 10 minutes, if you're slumping, you're going to get lower back pain. So it's just the easiest way to stand. And likewise, we tend to lift our chin and kind of lean forward. And so knowing that that's our tendency, tuck the chin a little. And then this is not a rigid posture. So where the belly is soft, the posture is moving with the breath. And also, you can move your body a little bit just to find that alignment, to find that central axis. So in standing meditation, maybe see people just adjusting a little bit, and that's actually the practice. It's not to be rigid like a soldier. It's to be strong, upright, and soft at the same time. It's recommended that the eyes are cast down. And then your attention will naturally be drawn to the breath. So with the in-breath, the torso seems to fill up, expand. And it is expanding in all directions, front and back. And if you can't exactly feel your back expanding, even though it is, imagine it. Imagine that you feel it. So the torso is expanding and relaxing. It's not, it's moving. And there are two still points in the movement. One still point is at the end of the in-breath, and the other one is at the end of the out-breath. And those two still points located in the lower dantian and the middle dantian are aligned as if there was a vertical laser beam from the earth through the body. That's the still points. And then also in the center of the brain and in the perineum and in the crown of the head. So this is all aligned. And then with earth and heaven, earth and cosmos. Okay, and then so keeping all this in mind and noticing if you get a little out of alignment, and then just bring the head back or the shoulders, whatever you need to do. Okay, so now we bring the mind to bear. This is body and breath. The mind, with the in-breath, we're imagining the life force energy, the chi, brightening up the body, sort of condensing in the body. With the out breath, it disperses in all directions. So in breath, body lights up, out breath, it disperses. So in breath, there's a concentration internally. Out breath, there's an expression all around in the back too. Okay, so let's let the hands come up to the belly. And now we're just going to express that with the hands and arms. So the in breath, the body expands. Out breath, body relaxes. In breath, okay. And so this is separating yin and yang. Now, with the in breath, the body is going to expand. And then we're going to imagine the light expressing in all directions. So the body expands with the in breath and it relaxes with the out breath. That's the body. And with the mind, with the in breath, we're radiating light in all directions. Out breath, compressing the light in the body. In breath, radiate out. Out breath, compress. Okay, very good. Let's do a few more. So in breath, radiate out. Out breath, compress. In breath, the light radiates. Out breath, the light concentrates. Okay, now let's drop the visualization and just feel. You know, this is the opposite. With the in breath, we're compressing. With the out breath, we're radiating. Okay. All right. Just breathe normally. So this is called reverse breathing. And the hands are going to naturally follow the body. The in breath, everything expands. Out breath comes back. Even without moving them, they do that, okay? We want to be able to balance and simultaneously experience yin and yang so that we're not just way over into out breath now, and now we're way over into in breath. This pendulating is going on. But by introducing the mind and the visualization, we can breathe in and breathe out at the same time. Okay, so in breath, out breath. Okay, so imagine, so in breath, the body's glowing. Out breath, it's radiating. Okay, very good. And now we'll reverse. With the in breath, we're radiating. With the out breath, we're glowing. Let's take a couple more. Okay, let's go ahead, go back to standing. 1. Relax. Okay. So it just takes us just a small amount of coordination. So let's do crane walks the riverbank. Okay. So the left hand and the right knee, excuse me, are going to come up and then down. Shift the weight. Right hand, left knee. So this is very similar to what we're doing with the breath. And it's very doable. And so with the breath, okay, so in breath, we lift up. Out breath, we go down. Okay. Okay, now hold and reverse. So out breath, we go up. In breath, we go down. So it's not really too hard. And then you can naturally just let it, it's natural to breathe in when you come up. Okay, very good. Okay, just come back to standing. So why is this useful? Because moment to moment throughout our lives, we're pendulating between yin and yang. So out breath, in breath, left foot, right foot, up, down. And our vision can be very open, peripheral, or it can be very, very focused. But everything we do is yin or yang. So let's say I've encountered an obstacle that's difficult. Maybe it's a person. And I get real contracted. Okay, I feel it, right? And I know that now I'm too far into contraction. So I want to be able to now bring expansion to that. So breathe in and then expand out with the mind. So if we feel that we're contracted, we're worried, we're angry, we're upset, we're too concentrated, too lost in concentration, we pause, in breath, out breath. Okay, and now you do the reverse breathing, and as you fill up, you imagine radiating, and as you relax, you imagine concentrating, so that we can be both open and expanded and soft, and at the same time be present and upright and strong. And this is the Qigong technique with the body and the breath, to practice that. And really, it's called presence, because in Buddhism, we want to be awake, and we want to be open at the same time. So let's just try it again. So with standing posture, and just correct what you need to, or not correct, but just align. And let's just do breathing crane. And the natural way to do this, just let the in-breath fills up. Okay, so the chi actually in the belly, the chi actually brightens and expands, okay? Okay, and then so we bring the mind to bear, and with the in-breath, the body fills with light. With the out-breath, it radiates. Okay, very good. Okay, now we just continue the same breathing, the same movements, but you switch the visualization. In breath, we radiate. Out breath, we compress. The body's soft, and it's also upright. Now let's continue this practice now, but we're going to reduce the movements, and we're going to reduce the breath, so that we're not breathing hard. Visualization is the same. Okay. Okay, very good. Very good. All right. So that's this. This is what we're doing. This is just a big movement of it. So that's concentrate and radiate. Okay, good. Okay. All right, now let's just pause at the heart. So one palm up and one down. Switch. Okay, Now we're going to practice. Let's just cover the chest and belly. Now the compress and radiate. Okay, that's occurring as the body's upright. So um, let's let's to begin. Let's move the hands. So and the fingers are pointing toward the body. So you see how we're going up and down at the same time? One hand's going up while the other one's going down. Okay, back to the heart. Okay. And now touching heaven, touching earth. So again, we're going up and down at the same time. And hold. Now use the mind, extend down into the roots, down from the fingers, down into the ground. Extend up, up, up. Okay, so one hand is up in the through the clouds and up with the stars. The other hand is down, way down, like the roots in the ground. Okay, and let's come back to the heart. Now, this part, this is the radiate part. Okay, so we're going to focus on the vertical now. Okay, and then switch. Okay, now uh, let's breathe in from below. So we're pointing down from the center of the earth. Breathe in to the heart. Bring that hand up. Breathe in from above. Breathe out, going down. Breathe out, going up. Okay, and now let's do both hands. So we're going to breathe from the earth up, from the cosmos down at the same time. And then switch. Okay, hold. Okay, and breathe. So breathe up and down to the heart at the same time. Then breathe out. Okay. And now breathe in from the earth up to the heart. And then breathe out up into the sky. Then breathe down from the sky into the heart. And then back down into the earth. Okay, and then go ahead and move the hands with the breath. And then let go of all the visualizing and let the breath be more subtle. You can do 2 breaths per movement if you want. Okay, and now to the heart, and now side to side. This is the radiating and the uprightness. Okay, let's just do one more. And back to standing one. And now visualize the breath as light coming and going. And then reverse it. Okay, how do your hands feel? Okay, very good. Let's go ahead and take our seat. So we'll sit in silence for 5 minutes, and just go ahead and explore, if you want to, explore the breath, the posture, the breath coming and going, and the mind, the visualization of the chi as light, and try it different ways. All of these practices eventually just slide into stillness. So if you find yourself trying too hard, really pushing, or you find yourself breathing too deeply, just let it go. Just relax. So the ideal breathing that's pointed to in in Qigong literature and teaching, the breath, the qualities of the breath: long, slow, even, fine, and tranquil. Tranquil refers to the mind. The breath is long, slow, even, and fine. Now let's take a few more breaths. Okay, so standing meditation and sitting meditation and um, visualization and breath awareness and breath practices, along with the microcosmic orbit. These are the basic um, meditation practices in Qigong. All of the movements are meant as ways to enhance these practices, okay, and to help the body to be strong and balanced and loose, because none of this is possible to do very well if the body is not aligned or if it's unwell. So, okay, let's go ahead and clap our hands one time. 1, 2, 3. All the classics do say to tap the kidneys at the end of your practice. And then massage the kidneys. I think almost every teacher that I've ever studied with um, does this. So it's very traditional. Okay, thank you so much for your practice. May it benefit you and those in your circle. And try standing practice, even if it's just for a few minutes. Um, until you feel your body just naturally take that standing position one, it'll find it by itself. And then if you're doing your sitting practice, you'll be able to go right into it. So if you would like to stay for conversation, that's good. And if not, that's good too.